Uh, uh,
Yes.
welcome.
Mine as well.
Yep. All of them, we going live. Live. Yep. Speak freely. Yep.
Pretty dope.
That's it. Like, I love technology. And figuring out how to catch your message, right? Requires something. Something. And you always got, guess who? You. I can talk to you.
Self-love. You talking to yourself. Talking to yourself. To yourself. A great way to introduce it. Yeah. Yes, I'm talking to myself with this, with that,
with this, with that thing over there.
When we did it the first time, that was like look back at it again just to see how, because that was awesome. It was like, this is talking to ourselves. This is talking to ourselves. Yes. Because all is ourselves. So.
Getting to the place where talk about self-love and we spell it CELLP just for the balance.
And the cells within our body that trillions
that are
actively on the law of correspondence, each is that are actively doing their best to make
actively thriving, listening to how we feel on the inside, and listening to talking to ourselves with on the out, from the way we dress to the way it's all a communication. I've been loving myself for quite some time, so
out the womb, baby.
That is one of the most realist statements. Honestly, like knowing how long a relationship with yourself is like that's what it's pretty dope. Only children, like Aries, like they royalty, they know how to love themselves, about the things in their world to demand.
It's perspective of being able to know. Then all of us, our ability to every religion, every spirit society, every culture. When we talk about this or what ancestors are, every culture talk about it. All is self. So all returns back to our ability. All goes back to like all is all is truly creation and everything. So being able to remember that within all of us. And each of us is a consciousness is like the user. So we're just.
I enjoyed all the goodness of the computers. I talked like the word tyrant connotation, and Steve Jobs, Kanye West could be a tyrant. Like all connected. That's why he showed you how I could go up whenever I can grab the attention. Like I know all of those our brand, what we've created. We're nation building. You're feeding a dope. Big up to Elijah. G Love. First to the mindset nation. Like blessed. In this that leads us to today's topic: warfare, and what does that look like? Activity. Because warfare, there's a spiritual warfare, like how it is affecting the moments, and some of the comments that we received from those that have been tuned into, concerned or mind, which let's say.
Well, it's a good relationship to spiritual warfare. This is again coming back to what it looks like.
That like when that you're balancing the karma for family's world and emotionally, and then how it dreams and your social media. Like my social media it's how we've created it. We've put a specific algorithm, our call and response, our explorer to see. Have the social dilemma, right? But you also dilemma.
Yeah, so social dilemma. The implication of the social dilemma about how Silicon Valley basically documenting everything that they can get money from advertisers, essentially hacking the consciousness and it for as much information and can continue to utilize it for their fuck.
Whatever. Attention is currency.
Exactly. Manifest in the show is that they have being only selected. They of a human is that what people care about is going to school and being at the family and doing, and even as I say, is that people are only capable of doing. The social dilemma is dope because it on with the tech just that they don't that were victimized by this situation. They don't. If you have a mentality of where you utilize it for your needs,
well-being.
Yes,
it's a everyone else can control your cash, right? You control your cash. Things about going to talking about spiritual warfare. I had before I could say that advisor, teacher, whatever, heal some shit spiritually within myself. I know that all, and like I had to take cold showers, like do tones in my children the most. Is somebody that's either about to die, been here for quite some time,
are directly connected to source. They're ability to source knowledge just by engaging with what they do as a portion. I just to build off knowing that children are not, they are assisting us, and we're just providing. They're doing so much work in the
ton actively affect that they love, and only by the people that provide for them to many sound.
Mm-hmm.
We've introduced like just like those that were born on February 3rd, 1907 in Williamsburg, like a plantation. That was owned. That's old money right there. So we did a natural birth, invited the world into stop it. They couldn't believe it. Like his friends, they tuned in, and they got to see all of our emotions. The E and her most, and they got to see us and my own.
And it was a very, and I appreciate you calling it, because in that sense it was a very sacred, and because we're talking about it, warfare, I believe, spirit is the faith, and choose.
That's a very good definition, really good definition.
Yeah, it's something that I've heard before. Truth is able to be simple form, because very simple to understand. Actually apply is another thing. That way it's defined. It's very simple, but being able to choose faith over coming back to self is the remembrance, programmed to know how to thrive, programmed within us to know how to thrive. So how that manifests, because the sacredness of what we're in, I appreciate it, you calling it our most natural places, because natural in pure focus, this is what humans observing humans and our what humans, animals, life creation, the birthing process here, like all right, we know what the end goal is, let's go. Right. And it was to get happy, healthy breathing.
And then we call it, it takes generations to bring a child on that childbirth. The entire, like how you said, you came out the womb, like having the love of your ancestors, your masters, having that love is like, it's one of the most. Maya Angelou said, "I always discuss this with me." Elder is a spiritual ancestor. Like I talk about my grand, like I've made to like my E5, like oh yeah, parts of songs that I've taken, and like nobody else, and I'm passing this on. That's our family shit. You wrote the book, and I bring that up. People got to see all my emotions, your emotions, and because there is something that you see and hear, but it's how in that feeling, bro. It's you feel some way and ground it and see, because like I said, I ain't giving no in my behavior, but I'm telling you, like everything that I do, because like I'm in that spiritual leading the altar. where we were given birth to altar, and then we can say what we want and what we desire. This was our first free birth, my first time in the birthing area.
So it was a totally new situation. What I find with spirit bodies are our bodies are the antenna that they can that's this body of the spirit bodies all around us. So how our emotion to us is what to be able to engage, because it's faith over fear. To be fearful of certain things. So that we were both, even though, like, I knew that we were actively building out a liberated nation, that there was still the unprogrammed into the self of like happens during birth, which is watching television shows of birth and births go through the birthing process. It's as Western society, it's in a hospital.
50% of the births happen in the hospital.
What you don't know, up and with a seed we cut open in order to remove the baby, a pretty standard issue.
Yeah, the baby's in labor and it's literally enough. They call an emergency. Now it's a surgery. Yeah. like I'm safer now, but it's like so much like unnatural about the process. And one and bring it up, right? And like throughout the process of each other's worlds, altars, and getting in a play this baby the best way we know how to be in the water. I knew to be a certain way, to be in a different position. And we have been getting prepared for this. We started self-love tyrants. It happened. Told me like what it was like 6 or 7. That would have bro. Our ability, one, go. I was reading in devotionals devoted to the red people of this land, and our ancestors had their children and in the being in nature.
Mm-hmm.
So and because being in a position where, right, like where we went in Williamsburg, I was definitely like the colonial Nathan parameters that my mom came through, my pops, the 3 more bodies that all went, and we've hostile situations where it's heat, like sound, it adds heat, it so not just it vibrates with the baby. It's messages to them. There was a part in there where the controlling of the other body, my level of vibration or influence in this, my tone, my sounds, and in a way where I want to control you.
In like a succinct way, basically, I am a lightly Taoist, college educated from the suburbs, only child, Caucasian and Taoist. You're Nigerian, occasion.
Italian. We non-binaries, spectrum, things that, right? These are human things. That whoever else was like this in the all in Simone and Maya Angelou, you've quoted that you are this awesome come to be a frequency. We can align with it through our sound box.
Mm-hmm.
Ancestors come from very, very, very different, and being here constantly battle, but they also work.
Right, because the ancestors in general to just build bridges.
Bridges of sustainability, sovereignties of bridges of self, and bridges of like being a shaman, right? There's inside people, my world, and sharing, and listening to their world, right? What they desire from their world. It's not that hard, and can affect the Akash, right? To why we gave them back.
Mm-hmm. That. Thank you. The reason I was saying that was the way that our ancestral trauma history exists within us has a huge spiritual warfare plays out. Melanated skinned, like highly melanated, have a long history, and because of our union, that comes out in the way that we engage with each other. We both have valid points the way we desire. How that looks like people around us is they can also see spiritual warfare that goes on. That's what we were talking about, was how during the sections where we documented, there were sections where, from a human perspective, 30369 is a shaman, and operate within the are those who have mental health and the spirits, those that are actively the spiritual altar, cleaning the altar, and it's
like there's a lot of self-worth. My family's all actually I'm cleaning several along with my children and their parents,
cleaning out ancestral trauma.
Yeah, and then being in like our whole goal and objective.
Mm-hmm. Because that they are the epitome. My mother's Chinese. He went to Stanford. They met. They lived the perfect. They both benefited from their skin through without thinking about their economic success. Suburban America, and additionally, I remember them telling me, built physical safety bubble around themselves. If you're human and we desire, but in that it's the classic level of I'm not the well-being of my neighbors, no more, but nonetheless, like that energy with you where you grew.
Dad, my dad is Islamic, part of the nation, York, New Jersey, young hood. My mom spiritually cultivated. I cultivated because my grandpa is indigenous to this, also Nigerian. My grandma was a, as you call it, the white witch. She's the cards, like, and I because my dad I got two older brothers and like 12 months apart from me. Her magic and her ability to get whatever, like, and I tell people that I have a porch. I'm tuned into a lot of feelings, and that's how when E is here, coming from her father,
place where I'm not calibrated enough to handle it.
It's like possession, just like possession. So when I talk about like exorcism, like I do, one of the reasons why the drum is there, or MSG, right? We clean up the altar with MSG. That's a mess. It's MSG inside of Chinese food. So it's like,
taking out it.
hey, bro. In that, right? Oh, that's why I use MSG. That a level of levity in sounds, and it can allow those channels possession manner where we can communicate.
Because the thing, growing up in the position I did, like, they're highly programmed. Native people are highly because they are active to keep under control. The creation of separation heavily highlighted during 17 something, where there was from Europe indigenous people enslaved Africans from Africa building to build up this rebellion. The rebellion, people, and we gotta make sure to find a way to separate. It was like the driving of the wedge. But the thing is that my parents, they knew that putting it has magic, and if you mention of like my parents, it's just opportunity, my most authentic self. Their idea was within their strategy of programming, colonizer programming, which is spiritual warfare. Like I can see in terms of how it, but how if you don't actively engage it in the blood, then it creates is violence.
Yeah, bro, setting boundaries. I know E's their business and companies said it. Like that's one of the reasons why I put my attention and energy in indigenous. Well, I'm indigenous, but I'm queer. Like, oh, you want to raise attention for taxes, and that's a passing through reparation.
Right.
Is a full-on tunnel with dealing with technology, and part of the blockchain systems, the influx of assets and resources. Two designers back here, and neo-niggas, right? I'm gonna have people all over whenever it gets stopped, and somebody say,
usually at least once, and at least, especially this one in particular. This one has a lot of neo-niggas, part of Morgana bloodline.
Yeah, bro, these are my grandfather, and RJ Brand Customs is a designer and artist, right? Art and all of this is energy. The reason, like, their family or community, them, that's how we clean the altar.
Mm-hmm.
I told you a couple years ago, I need 12 people that like that I can try. They're coming from a place of like they called me on my shit. Authentic exchanges versus, especially when it's a disagreement on and bringing it back to things that I know my net does. Like it's part of my know ease because she has shared with me, and then they share it with their friends, and then they like, yo, you did content for how many years?
About 3 years. Because to the birth, right? It's like doing because our missions they intertwine. You have the network. I have formed for the network to commune. Sustainable, and that's why people actively engaging with the futures in advance. We're at a future that people are going to, it's like, it's trending now. They're going to be able to get to it within the people are going to get it.
Bruh, my brother wrote a book called ISR. I'll let them sound, dog.
What?
You like, you giving them an order, no?
No, I was talking back to
like the bird talk.
Mm-hmm. I'm not quite sure.
Yo, that's what having a baby does. But you were with a lot of vibration, and people like us, right? That come from. I'm still royalty. Like, so need to want to get assets and resources where they live at. That's their town, a community that's where baby Money was born. Gated. My aunt lives in a gated community. When you have access to that, like you can see how the people see how their networks intertwine. And clearing that altar requires communications that questions.
Yeah. Key, right? I think we call this self. We are tyrannical in the sense of if someone desires to step in the way, show that I desire to love myself, I am going to be a tyrant about love myself. No matter entity, vibration, being, it's not even in relationship to somebody. Love myself from the know how to do it. Just like grass knows, like it's programmed into to know how to love it.
I noticed about the movement, the mission. We launched Reimagining Solidarity. Activate your philanthropy into the community. You invested called This is Washing assets and resources and amend to what you already want awareness for, and being able to communities like talking about spirit.
Saying that and making space for that.
You do it. We did it together. Like, and once we got access and talk about her parents with me, not one, they probably 0.5 or 7%. I'm anywhere in between those because I've been chipping away at their altar, focusing on your dream. And family we're building now. I said my family matters.
Family matters.
Able to be part of, bringing your money back to the communities. You have friends, you invested into our therapists, you invest in like that goes like having your own business, having honestly with taxes, like you can write all the money you gave away last year, right? You can show and you give it away.
And like the Speak Freely mission is to be those who desire to communicate about liberation. They convening together, and you've been putting the time into building out and the children, the nations that you've created. The network is amazing. The mission that you have of being leaders.
Mm-hmm.
You've been engaging with the leaders of Virginia, like I see it in the people that I know that you have been able to have quantum physics, indigenous of the natural laws of exchange, science for integrity. And that's something that our world is requested of right now. You were named for Elijah for a reason.
Bruh. They just bring that in, like right as authentic as you can, cleaning the altars when people live their dream, like, right? And then in return by solutions for the racism, the inequality. You ignite forces with your ability to purpose and mission. And that's what we went through. Like you were dancing, you were singing, meditate myself. There's a lot of parts because once we find out, we gotta go to the ancestors, and we're gonna do it right now because we didn't get it to have our and so what we gonna do? Like you got back on your square. This came out with suggestions. No suggestions, and even going live, be able to document the moment. It a wedge of us being able.
And the things that you were engaged, the way that you're answering was, I know that for me, like that's where I was choosing men. The whole thing, faith over fear, choosing faith over fear. We're pointing at my ancestors right now. I see where your choose expressing itself, and you're not nice and pretty. So here I'm a louder standpoint, like get the fuck up, soldier.
Get you prepared for this.
Yeah.
If people didn't know we was also for both for our family, moment as a moment, easy moment as a moment to fear, especially when this is like you being able to reflect our family members. Like, and I think the people that was out there, we brought out definitely needed assistance.
Your ancestors were also like were engaging with the here. It's absolutely there. It's a trauma has been playing itself out. Your ancestral way that they engage with each other is that explosion. Each of in terms of human noise, I could call it harmful, right? From a place of denser vibration with each other, and because the intention to a positive space, they collide up and then they elevate to the positive space, allowing our densities to engage.
And in that collision, they feel all these sparkles, these galaxies.
Because some people, situation, people can see, they can see whatever they see, right? Like the way that's spiritual marketplace. I know that when my vibration is the standpoint, right? Just all a matter of a particular time and how the vibration is engaged. In particular, just triggered a lot of people with a lot of elements of just life in it of its in partnership, birth, life, family.
Yeah, this thing is letting people know my family, or you family, right, bro? Says that, right? That means you family. I want the scales of faith if it's something that an alchemist does. We're both scientists, so that's why that action, similar to how you felt it at that they sent us messages. They wanted to make sure that they were good. Us talking non-binary, everyone has an idea of what masculine
Humans.
Yeah,
Because we're
humanoids. So humans and humanoids, because these conscious vibrations, they blended their consciousness with different sounds and frequencies of what gender roles, even with the queer community, and able to communicate a very masculine present and femme. It's like any normal from our communities, because it's something that's real in our community.
and people think that you have to be queer, you have to beings in a specific way, like you.
Not about the intimacy of sex, it's of who yourselves are.
Right. Non-binary just implies positively embody the full period, and when it comes to gender, there's masculine and feminine, and minister to there's several. Say like, well, if I'm saying that I am non-binary, okay? Like there's no label that can define me. It's one of those labels that for sense of like.
Yeah, and that's why we love time and self-love can speak on the things in our world. And did this together.
Hell yeah.
Bruh,
Amazing.
Bruh,
Yes.
participated in the way that they could. The urban compound for you know, bro. Like, I don't be in the presence. Shout out to this compound. More got on time with my pops. Like, we're gonna get to the point where we can go ahead. But I get to go in the magical.
It was so beautiful. We've gotten to the point where I love our disagreement after them, and I know what the disagreements in the disagreements. Of course, I know all of them, but the underlying knowledge is like I know which is this is spiritual warfare, cleaning us being able to heal deeper. Us like we know what we're built. Question: hell yes. Packs it, schmacks it, or you opens bites.
Yeah, come on, learning how to receive, right? Share well with a bunch of people, bro. Don't you? Share is something that we're learning. Because I be like, my guy doing it, right? My second burrito. Breakfast burrito. But like desired it, we made enough, and she desired it, so I desired it. Some moments that you create, right? It's like, bro, you chefed it up. Nothing, which was some egg and rice and call it soft taco chef. Being out in the bay, like burrito.
Hell yeah.
So it's just like you have opportunities to create dope. I know that the whole one, like he who, if you pack your pipe or like, and if you pop that apple,
If you open it, you get the first bite.
yeah. But we want to crush it. I'll let people get some first. It's gonna be going. Right, like things about, like I said, there is non-human noise and masculine vibrations and feminine presenting, and also program for your parents and having a vibration that I have presenting from the program. It's like galaxies, pretty dope, and that's where the people that watch this moment are like, we spent like was discussing that we got yesterday after having a dope.
It wasn't 2 hours. It was probably like 20 minutes.
Like fucking.
I mean, I get it. Like that message, that person. Knowledge. This is where we acknowledge and like it was just a message. I was a hater. Like fucking. Like, and also to recognize the process has been continuing about how you grieve different, right? It's like still navigating the being families back together. So actively in that process and all of the at this now, some comments might in a certain way operate opportunity. Like I'm sure like Ye might say, it's like we don't know the inner lives of how many times they read a comment. There are probably some like don't even look at the comments, and some comments tell a personal, but higher you rise in social influence on your spirit. How can I make my spirit stronger? Because if you know what you're doing what you're doing, and if what you're into, like if you know what you're doing, and then there's always contrast. Anytime that someone starts to rise, growth create, and because self love implies grow and change. You desire to.
Right, I said.
Mm-hmm.
Trust myself. I
value myself.
Like I love myself. I trust myself. I value myself, and I respect myself.
in abundance.
Like, and I thank you for allowing us to the vibration. And this is the thing, we respond to building out. They didn't put that in post of our video. They put that message, right?
Mm-hmm.
What they throw slander or catch the energy from it. Whatever that card is giving. This post that I put is showing up bots that be like, yo, this page of whatever.
That means that you're gaining data points.
You showing up on the explore these cities, and you're on the first few pages. Like your post is that region. Put the different cities when I post, so I can tell the numbers I'll be able to see. So like the way that I the amount of engagement on being a posted on was one to directly like and doing it by which goes against our, but like I want these by live. Let's do live.
And it's interesting.
I want to do these live as we give the space to the frequency spectrum, and it's what I would call that out, and we're grateful for it. So we have a high level algorithm being able to give being able and then allow it to grow from there.
It's just they like on a magic post about your products and services, the firewalls, and it also can speak to
all the firewalls.
Powerful that card reading may have been.
The thing, I've had several people that post, so it's just like I communicate back with you. 1 hour is on the pedophile post, 1 million views, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jump into that place to go into it's viral porn because if you don't, and this is what I was talking, and this is why whoever and put a God message, and in the God, I told you I'm spiritual E5s and these witch doctors and these talk to y'all. That's who I want to. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why I felt like 120 minutes dreaming about him. We played the main reason why I did Santos vibration, and they might
frequency.
Yeah, no, I'm good on those vibrations. Like when I get up and I tell you about my dream, this is to by being tapped into this. Like what we're doing right now, we're coming up on an hour. I appreciate you knocking out a whole. It was pretty dope.
Absolutely, our podcast.
It is.
Y'all want to support us? Listen, we'll share information with you to assist us.
You got GoFundMe's.
Prayers.
We got group MSG stand for you said.
Grounding.
Yep. We have products that can assist you with your relationship. Like we spell LUV V name on it, but the LOVE vibration attached to it. That's trending right now. Shoot up the algorithm. Of people that speak our language. That's what Ebonics is.
It is.
Is.
Big facts.
Anything to say before we wrap up?
No. I appreciate intelligence documenting us.
The biggest nerds, bro. I love technology, and I make dope. My mama today. Shout out to my mom. It was awesome seeing them. Took a picture. Our families matter.
I feel my body.
So he's about to take a nap now, and with a emotion breath it out. Breath in. Yeah, again, pay attention.
Self-love tigers. Peace.
Can you reach all of them? But I'm getting right here.